Okay, so I'm not teaching you anything new by saying that your posture can actually change the way you appear, your appearance, your beauty, your shine, very quickly and clearly. If you still doubt that, I will show you some pictures of before and after changing my posture so you can observe it by yourself. So we are not here today to repeat that fact. We are here to learn the other way that you can actually stand straight in a feminine, elegant way, but without forcing it. Because the problem that no one talks about when they are telling you to stand straight and change your posture, and posture is important, yes, it is. But the problem is that we learn to stand straight in a way that makes us shrink ourselves even more. Like you need to pull in your stomach, then you can barely breathe, and from that you need to put your chest up, and now you can totally not breathe, but you need to keep that unnatural uncomfortable posture, like waiting to be judged or something, as long as you can. This is the embodiment of beauty. It's painful. It doesn't have to be. This is not only an obsolete version of beauty, but it will also not serve you as a person who is, I'm sure, very creative, free, maybe even with a little rebellious mind and soul. This idea of standing straight, this version of a good posture, will not be for you at all. So let me teach you how you can do it, and in 5 seconds have a more feminine, elegant, flattering posture, but without forcing, without freezing into anything, and respecting who you are and the various things that you might want to do during the day, which is not always sitting and standing straight. Sometimes you will be journaling on the couch, and sometimes you will be dancing outside, and sometimes you will be running for the bus. And all of those moments, you cannot just freeze into a position. So let me tell you how you can remove that separation that society created, and remember that you can be beautiful in movement yourself and still have this presence of standing straight and opening your chest and being present and being seen. Natural beauty will never ask you to hold a pose or to be anyone else than yourself, and I promise it doesn't have to be that hard. So let's start. Talking with some of my clients, I realized that there are some really subconscious resistance to standing straight because it feels rigid, it feels painful, it feels conforming and like erasing yourself. It doesn't feel like true confidence, it feels like performance. It's like someone telling you, come on, be a good girl. It's like wearing a corset, quiet, restricted, unnatural. You don't feel free in that kind of posture. You feel watched, you feel judged. Personally, to be honest, I never had to really struggle with that. I had a very bad posture, but it was more due to carrying so much on my shoulders. So my shoulders were always like up and forward, like protecting myself. And it was creating a double chin, and everything you see, it's really ugly. So when I released that, I changed my posture, and I changed also the appearance of my face and myself. I didn't so much have a resistance to standing straight, and I didn't do that in 5 seconds. Okay, I want to be honest. I did that with facial massages, with stretching exercises, with fascia release, um, lymphatic drainage, even Pilates class helped me a lot. So yeah, it was enjoyable process. I loved doing this transformation, but it was definitely not made in 5 seconds. I'm not gonna lie to you. But still, I have today something that you can do in 5 seconds and start embodying a totally new version of yourself and start changing your posture for a more natural, flowy, feminine one that will be really serving you and helping you come back to your natural self and beauty. I had this breakthrough in front of a random video of Amelia Dimoldenberg, I think it's her name. Sorry if I say it wrong. She has a show called Chicken Shop Date. Sorry, I might need soup. My body wants soup. It's a message. Okay, a Chicken Shop Date, and she's meeting Bella Hadid in our show, and they are making a short video where um, Amelia, the host, is waiting for Bella Hadid, and she sits on the table, taking the very normative straight position. So her hands on the table, she's pulling her chest up. She's very serious and rigid, and probably pulling her belly in. And then Bella Hadid arrives to the table, and in that moment, we understand why she is the model. And I have no fascination or admiration whatsoever for any Kardashians or Bella Hadid. I don't even know her, what she's doing really. It's really just upon that video when I saw her sit in front of the host who was clearly trying to be proper, even maybe exaggerated it. You can see Bella Hadid like melting into herself in such a flowy, feminine, natural way. She's not straight, but still she's not like sloppy or floppy. I don't remember the word. She's straight, but in such a flowy, feminine way. I might find the video back and put it here for you. And please, I don't create this for you to envy her or envy this kind of women. Probably she had even some class and courses and trainings to achieve that effortless feeling of her being in her flowy presence. I just want you to notice what I realized in that moment, that women who actually embody the most elegant posture and flattering posture, like models, like dancers, like muses, they are actually not really straight and stiff and rigid. They are flowy and they are in movement. And they are even sometimes having strange poses, like you see in the cover of magazines. The models are like in any sort of pose, but still they are like playing with their body and enjoying the movement of it. They take up space, they are in their feminine, they don't force, they just flow and melt into it. And I think we were never meant to sit still and not move. We are human beings, we are in movement, and it makes so much sense for me that that's what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to move. We are supposed to be like a muse. We are supposed to create and to enjoy our body, our movements. But it doesn't mean abandoning ourselves. Like, okay, I'm scrolling on my phone and whatever. This is me. This is myself. This is my natural self. Whatever. You know, there is a difference. You can feel it. And the thing is that you can easily do that too in any position. When standing straight require you to be always like kind of sitting and standing and not moving, being in yourself, being in your body can be made and achieved in any kind of position, when you are lying, when you are journaling, when you are running. And it's actually way less about being straight, and it's more about being present, allowing yourself to be seen, opening yourself up, being there. So try to do that. Close your eyes just to kind of embody it and melt into it. After that, you'll be able to open your eyes and just be present into that. But just close your eyes for a moment. And first, instead of pulling your belly in, like trying to erase it, try to squeeze your abs instead. Try, to replace that fixing yourself, that trying to shrink yourself, that trying to be smaller than you are. Try to actually take up space, like squeeze your abs, be in your fierceness. I'm forgetting all my words today, but you know what I mean. Remember your feminine force. Squeeze your abs, and you see that this is me not squeezing my abs. This is me squeezing my abs. Naturally, just squeezing my abs elevate me from like 3 centimeters. And first, stay there and try to practice it, because we are not used to it. We are often internalizing that we need to pull our belly in, and still we are pulling our belly in like automatically, without even thinking about it. So just come back to your awareness and stop pulling your belly in. Let it take its normal space, let it be free, and just squeeze your abs. Yes. And you see that when you do that, you can totally breathe. Take a deep breath. You don't need to squeeze like exploding them. Okay, just squeeze them a little. Just they are here, they are present. You have muscle, you have a body, you are here, you take space, you open yourself. You dare to exist. And then instead of trying to put your chest up, like this, you will just push your shoulders a little bit backwards. And then you see that they are like a little bit up and weird. So just pull them down. Continue to squeeze your abs and practice breathing into that position. Perfect. If you have a tendency to have your chin little inside, I don't know how to call it, you can imagine that you have a diamond necklace here and the space between your collarbones are expanding, and you want just to show off your diamond necklace. You don't want to be like this, you want it to be seen. Allow it to be seen. And then it's normal. You need to erase a lot of programming in your mind, so you might be still a little rigid and stiff and uncomfortable. It's totally normal. You need to now try to relax into that position, relax the shoulders. And if the shoulders are staying up, which was my case before I told you, you can imagine that you have a weight on your hands or attached to your arm that pull you down with gravity. And look how, if I just try to put them down with my mind, it's like hard. I'm trying to push my shoulder, but it's not working. If I just imagine now that I have a weight on my hand, look my shoulders. It's automatic. It's like a horse that you tie to a tree, except you don't actually use anything to tie it, and it's believing that it's tied to the tree. So when you do that, you trick your brain into thinking that you actually have a weight on your hand, on your shoulder, doesn't have a choice but to going down. Isn't it amazing what you can do? And now the rest is in your mind. So try to not think of it as fixing yourself, standing straight. Just think like I'm re-inhabiting my body. I'm coming back to my body. I'm taking the space. I'm here. I'm present. I'm alive. Don't think like I need to hold everything. Okay, my belly, my shoulders, my necklace. Okay, you don't need to hold anything. On the contrary, you need to stop holding yourself back. You know, this is not holding. This is holding yourself back. Being afraid to be seen. When you stop holding yourself back, you actually take the space that you deserve. So at the same time, squeeze your abs, push the shoulders back and down. Imagine the weight on your hands. Imagine the necklace, diamond necklace. And now think in your mind, I'm not holding myself back anymore. I deserve to be seen. I allow myself to be seen. I allow myself to be beautiful. I allow myself to return to my true self, my true beauty. I know who I am. I know that deep down, all the layers of mud, I'm still me, like I feel inside. You see? 5 seconds. A little more with the explanations, but you can literally do that in any position during any day in 5 seconds. And not only you will look better, but you will feel better. You will come back to yourself more often. You will gain real confidence. You will reappropriate your posture, not as a good girl, good position posture, but as a I'm me and I take the space that I deserve posture. You open yourself and you also calm your nervous system because the shoulders up send a message to the brain that something needs protection, so there is a danger. And if there is a danger, the nervous system cannot totally relax because it needs to be ready in case the danger arrives. So when you relax your shoulders, you actually calm your nervous system. And I always tell you in every video that this is the basis of coming back to your true self and revealing your natural beauty. It starts there. If that isn't a 5 seconds glow up, you guys, I don't know what is. Babe, that's it for today. You got this. See you in the next one.